Now, there are many ways we could get across this fascinating country. We could use horses or tuk-tuks or tractors. But Mr. Woolman decided we should meet at this very spot with 3 boats. And that hasn't gone down very well with my colleagues.
No.
There we go.
Because but I'm from Birmingham. I've explained this, which is as far as you can get from the sea in the UK.
Full of canals.
We don't do boats.
People from Birmingham are always saying, it's the village of the north. It's like Venetians always say, we live in the Birmingham of the south.
Canals are just for moving coal around. I don't want to do that either. I'm from Birmingham. I don't ski and I don't do boats. End of.
I signed up for a car show.
Yes.
Not cookery, not restoring frescoes, and not boats.
I don't like boats. You can't trust a boat.
That's exactly the right
word. You
word.
can't trust any vehicle that isn't necessarily where it was when you last parked it. Problem number 1. They can sink. Cars can't do that.
What are the viewers going to think?
What? Nobody.
What if you turned on Jamie Oliver and you thought, I love that cooking show? Oh, he's doing some watercolour painting.
We did it in lorries. We've done it on motors.
Lorries are vehicles. They go on the road.
Horses.
We do things that go on the road.
Went well.
Anyway, listen, let's not get bogged down with your prejudices, because the challenge is actually quite simple. We are here, yes, near Siem Reap in the north of Cambodia. And we've got to use all these waterways, well, all of them, we've got to find a path through them, to Vung Tau, which is at the bottom of the Mekong Delta in Vietnam. There is, however, one small problem.
As I've said, I'm no expert on boats and boating, but there's no water.
No, there isn't.
Is that pontoon thing there, is that where Mr. Willman thought we should meet?
Yes, now in a field.
He's a half-wit, isn't he?
Anyway, the problem is there isn't enough water in there to drown a witch.
No.
So why don't we get some wheels and go and find some water, and then we'll launch our boats there.
Right.
Having found some wheels, we began our search.
Oh, how the mighty are fallen.
We are in tune with the times, though.
Exactly right, exactly right. There is global warming, there is climate change. And if you hosted a car show now, I think you'd feel foolish.
Oh.
Bloody car, you maniac!
God damn it! What's up with you, you lunatic?
Selfish maniac!
Hit him! Hit the car! Madman!
Several exhausting miles later, the river was still depressingly empty.
The problem we've got is it's June and it's supposed to be raining here. Really raining. Pouring down constantly. And it isn't, and it hasn't for months.
And when we reached a fishing village, the scale of the issue became clear.
These houses, as you can see, are on stilts because that's where the river should be. Just stop here, look. That's where the water level is.
That's incredibly gone, isn't it?
And it's not just climate change that's to blame, because there's another problem.
China. They've dammed the river that feeds all the water systems around here.
How much sense does that make sitting here in your house on stilts with no water around it to learn that the Chinese have nicked all your water?
Yeah, but
It's a funny world, isn't
The
it?
funny thing is, no, the really funny thing is, China builds a coal-fired power station, what, every 20 minutes or something, and everyone shouts at them saying, oh, you're killing the planet. When they build a clean, green hydroelectric dam, everyone shouts at them saying, oh, no, look, you're killing the planet.
Well, it'd be nice if they can do it without nicking somebody else's water.
Eventually, though, we found a lake.
Oh, look at that.
Hello.
But as we launched our boats and headed for a nearby pontoon, the rainy season arrived with a vengeance.
God above! I don't know how to park a boat, I'm not going to lie. Trying to park. Oh, how do I stop it? Having another attempt. Oh, wait a minute, my engine's Oh, no, now one. Yeah, I think that went well. Right. Stop moving around! I parked you! Right, well, I was going to leap from my boat and say, and fresh from Miami Vice, a boat. It's pointy, which means it's a fast boat. Oh, got my leg caught.
At this point, Jeremy emerged from the gloom, and as he's the only qualified boat driver on the team, I was expecting a smoother arrival.
Here we go, marking a PBR.
Oh! No! Oh, brilliant.
It's really windy! I'm backing in. Oh no, that's not... Totally uncontrollable. This is better, this angle.
Oh! Okay.
Could you help and get that rope? You pull me along? Please pull me along. This is no time for cocking about. This is dangerous work we're doing.
I'm glad you got here, because I think it looks like rain.
Rain? What?
Isn't that like the boat out of Apocalypse Now?
Exactly what it is. PBR, Patrol Boat River, Mark II.
Yeah, is that entirely tactful? We're going to Vietnam. You can't drive that around.
You can, because you probably don't know this, but Vietnam won. So driving that to Vietnam is like walking to Old Trafford, which is where Manchester United play, in a Charlton Athletics shirt. Doesn't matter, because you're a loser.
Yeah.
They don't mind.
You believe that?
Is that a scarab?
Yeah.
Hammond, you have accidentally chosen quite a good boat.
Well,
If you were on the Intercoastal Waterway in Miami.
you see, that's cool.
I've got 2 V8s in that.
I've got 2 V8s in there.
How many horsepower?
850 in total, 425 per engine.
Oh, it's too much.
What have you got?
350 aside. I got 700 in total.
850.
Yeah, but that's better.
It's not.
What do you think May will have?
Some.
Probably. Bit of luck.
Soon his late arrival was explained. He'd come from the 18th century.
Look at that! That's the world's least appropriate thing.
What was he thinking of? How old is that thing?
James, about 60.
You ready with this rope? Hang on, it's going backwards. Why is it doing that?
He is absolutely hopeless. It's got one knob and one wheel. Oh, here he comes. He's coming. He's trying a new technique here. He's broken his flagpole. James.
Yes.
That's the most inappropriate thing I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
Well, it's entirely not designed for where we are.
It's a riverboat. It's
We're
a
on a
pleasure
lake.
craft. Yeah, but we're going to be on rivers, and it's only a gentle lake. It's not stormy or anything.
Really?
Have you got a big V8?
No, of course I haven't.
What is it?
It's a 4-cylinder diesel. Power,
Yes?
99 horsepower.
When was your boat built?
1939.
Sorry, it's 80 years old.
Yes.
That's 80.
It's older than the Battle of Britain.
So it's an
That-
antique.
That is an antique, yeah. Is that
You're sailing in a sideboard.
pretty much?
How much was it?
£16,000,
What?
including...
You paid 16 for that?
That's shit, that's a Ford Focus, and it's got a new engine in it. Is that vulgar-looking thing that I don't even want to look at down there yours?
Yeah.
How much was that?
23.
Really?
It's reasonable.
Well, how much boats cost? 23.
£23,000.
Yes.
How much was that?
What?
You bought that from a scrap.
PBR?
Yeah.
Mine. How much was it?
Yes.
It's
What?
100,000.
How much?
How much?
100,000.
$100,000.
100,000 what?
No pounds.
£100,000.
Yes, it was.
You spent 100 grand on that?
But that's...
But it's a... Well, actually, the problem
Is
is... I
that
had
because
to,
of its provenance?
No, I had to build it.
Well, it's not real.
No.
Hold on, hold on.
Yes, it's incredibly complicated. They had to find the original designs of the original hull, work out where the engines went, why it's mid-engine. It was an immensely complicated thing to do, and I've done it. And I brought a little bit of history, at great expense, back to South East Asia.
It's a fake, though. That's essentially a kit car. Is it based on the chassis of a Beetle or a Triumph Herald?
It's a
It'll have a 2-litre
purpose-made
Pinto
chassis.
engine.
Yes, exactly.
It's a purpose-made chassis. And brand new engines.
100 grand on the...
I think what we've got here, can we do some car stuff? What we've got is a Corvette, definitely. That is a Corvette. Nothing wrong with that, actually. Quite
Big
nice
engine,
car.
inexpensive.
Yes, plastic and inexpensive. A Mercedes G-Wagon, which it is,
Yeah.
and a Rover 90.
Yeah. I'll actually go with that.
I just thought of something. I haven't christened my boat.
So I quickly organised an official ceremony.
May God bless this ship and all who sail in her.
That's what it's like when the Queen does it.
Good thing is I've now got a bottle of wine on my my boat, which is called Dumas, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, means boat machine.
With the christening ceremony complete and the rainy season over, it was time to begin our epic 500-mile voyage.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. We are underway. The Dumas is mobile.
I've just noticed that Hammond's boat's called Razzle Dazzle. That's sophisticated, isn't it?
The first leg of our aquatic road trip involved a sprint across the Tonle Sap Lake, and I'd been looking forward to unleashing some speed and power. Sadly, though, that wasn't possible.
Okay, the problem is, and it is a big one, despite that massive rainstorm, this lake is 80 miles across, and at this time of year it should be 5 times more than that. This is not the best camera work you've ever seen, and I apologise, but I think it makes the point. This road here, this is the road that goes round the lake, but the lake at the moment is only that big. It just isn't big enough, which means it isn't deep enough. And don't worry, the irony is not lost on me. Man who hosted a car programme for 30 years, limited to 7 miles an hour by global warming. Is your boat, how can I put this, having a dump?
It's not. Is that mud?
Yes, that's mud. You're grounding out.
I'm basically using a boat in a field. This did not happen in Miami Vice.
Shallowness wasn't the only problem. We also had to deal with an underwater labyrinth of hidden fishing nets.
Doesn't feel good. Doesn't sound good.
Turning round. Well, he's done, what's he done, 100 yards? What the hell have you done? I've got that
Don't
camera.
know. Oh, you've just...
Hammond,
What? Everybody stop crashing into me!
are you stuck?
No, I just thought I'd stop here. I've caught a net.
Well, why didn't you just go and cut it off?
Why isn't this happening to you?
What?
Why aren't you catching your props in nets?
I haven't got any props. It's a PBR. It's a jet boat. I've got 2 jets.
Really?